Okay, disability rights activists. I'm only gonna go through some. Javed Abidi, Director of the National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled People, NCPEDP, in India. Ola Abu Aghab, disability activist from Palestine, focuses on inclusion, gender, and disability rights. Fatima Al-Aqil opened a school for blind women in Yemen in 1995. Mel Baggs, autism rights activist and blogger. Oh, I should show pictures of them. Oh, of course, they don't have a picture of her. Or her. Uh, yeah. Jamala Al-Baidhani created the Al-Tahadi Association for Disabled Females, the first group in Yemen devoted to helping girls with disabilities. Andrew Batavia, ADA regulations drafter, co-founder of Autonomy Incorporated. Sister Sponsor Beltran worked with children and people with disabilities in Liberia. Tiffany Ball, founder of Giotto Gamaya Foundation, a not-for-profit NGO for visually impaired. Marka Bristow co-founded the American National Council on Independent Living, NCIL, with Max Dolkoff and Charlie Carr. Shaletta Bundage, children's author and autism advocate. Charlie Carr, co-founder of National Council on Independent Living Boston Center for Independent Living and founder and CEO of the Northeast Independent Living Program in Lawrence, Massachusetts, went on to become commissioner of the Massachusetts Rehabilitation Commission under Governor Deval Patrick. Bob Casey, Jr., United States Senator from Pennsylvania, widely recognized as a leading advocate for people with disabilities, expansion of Medicaid, home, and community-based services. Judy Chamberlain, American activist, leader, organizer, public speaker, and educator in the psychiatric survivors movement. Her political activism followed her involuntary confinement in a psychiatric facility in the 1960s. Author of On Our Own, Patient-Controlled Alternatives to the Mental Health System, a foundational text in the Mad Pride movement. Maria Soledad Cisternas, Chilean disability rights activist, member of the committee that drafted the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities and served as the chairperson of the Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. In 2017 was appointed the Special Envoy on Disability and Accessibility for the United Nations. Tony Coelho, former congressman from California, primary author and U.S. House sponsor of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is why we have Disability Pride Month. Because if it wasn't for ADA, we wouldn't have Disability Pride Month. Kitty Cone, disability rights activist and staff member of the Disability Rights Education Defense Fund. Andrea Dalzell, American nurse and disability rights activist. Justin Whitlock Dart Jr., co-founder of the American Association of People with Disabilities. Rich Donovan, economist and founder of the Return on Disability Index. April Dunn, helped pass Act 833 in Louisiana, which helped provide alternatives to graduation for students who cannot pass the standardized test. Dominic Evans, filmmaker, activist, founder of Film Dis, media and entertainment advocate for Center for Disability Rights in New York. Fred Fay, American advocate for disabled persons. Julie Fernandez, actress with osteogenesis imperfecta, founded the Disability Foundation, active in presentation of disabled people. Catherine Fozzi, co-director of Ryerson University's Institute for Disability Studies, Research, and Education. Judy Fried, founded group in 1946 for parents of children with a learning disability. The group later became ManCap. Marilyn Golden, disability transportation activist. Chen Guangcheng, Chinese civil rights activist. Laura Hershey protests MDA Labor Day Telethon, a feminist born with a form of muscular dystrophy. Paul Hunt was an early disability rights activist and leader of disabled people's campaigns in the UK against residential institutions and for independent living. Edited a seminal volume on disability, Stigma, the Experience of Disability. Davina Ingram's 18th Baroness Darcy de Nath, British Paralympian and representative peer. Castle Jacobson, Norwegian Canadian autism, disability and gender equality rights activist, UN Woman Youth Champion, former Miss Canada 2013, bilaterally deaf and uses American Sign Language. I. King Jordan, first deaf president of Gallaudet University. I actually went to Gallaudet University for a field trip. Anyway, Helen Keller, American deaf-blind political activist, writer, and lecturer. Abha Katapal, Indian disability rights activist, founder of Cross the Hurdles, the first ever counseling/educational resource website and mobile application designed exclusively for people with disabilities. Bonnie Shore Klein directed the documentary film Shameless, the Art of Disability. Frank Larkin, activist who, inspired by the frustrations of living with spina bifida, sought to improve the lives of others with the condition, attended the European Parliament and other continental-level events. Carrie Ann Lucas, disability rights attorney. Robert Martin, activist for independent living for disabled people. Ron McCallum, member of Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, has been on the National People with Disabilities and Carers Council, chair of radio for the Print Handicapped of New South Wales Cooperative Ltd, the first totally blind person to have been appointed to a full professorship at an Australian university. Catherine McGee, American activist who founded the National Association for Down Syndrome and the National Down Syndrome Congress. Her daughter Tricia had Down syndrome. Stacey Milburn, American activist who helped establish the disability justice movement. Leroy F. Moore, African American writer, poet, community activist, feminist, and the founder of Crip Hop. Saini Mili Naivalu, Fijian table tennis medalist and activist. Nima Namadamu, women's rights and disability rights activist in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC. Eri Neiman, co-creator of the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. Corbett O'Toole, disability rights activist and author in Berkeley, California, established the National Disabled Women's Educational Equity Project. Jean-Christophe Parasot, founder of Collective des Démocrates Handicapés. Richard Pimentel, activist for workplace rights for disabled people. Alan Veitch, founder of the National Organization on Disability. Gilberto Rincon Gallardo, Mexican politician with shortened arms who worked on disability issues. John Elder Robinson, autism rights activist and author. Ali Savoy, member of the City Council of Tehran and one of the highest paid lawyers in Iran with a fee around $1.7 million. Peggy S. Salters, first survivor of electroshock treatment in the United States to win a jury verdict and a large money judgment, $635,177 in compensation for extensive permanent amnesia and cognitive disability caused by the procedure. Judy Castle Scott, blind advocate and activist in the field of vision loss. Annie Segura, American YouTuber and intersectional activist. D.P. Sharma, Indian disability rights activist working for equal opportunity in education, tech-enabled education access, and transformation in education and employment policies. Jim Sinclair, coordinator and founder of Autism Network International, advisor to Syracuse University's Disability Culture Center. Max Starkloff, founded Paraquad, one of the first independent living centers in the United States, advocated for the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990. Simon Stevens, disability issues consultant known for his high-profile work around disability issues in the UK. Sunora Taylor, artist, writer, and activist. Lauren Touchman, first blind woman ordained as a rabbi and advocate for disability justice and inclusive Torah. Chris Underhill, a founder of Thrive and ADD International, Action on Disability and Development. Yeah, it's a good thing that they changed ADD to ADHD to not have it be confusing. George Verditz, former president of the National Association of the Deaf and advocate for the preservation of sign language. Henry Viscardi Jr., American disability rights activist, advisor to 8 U.S. presidents on disability matters. Ron White, playwright who was on the President's Committee for the Employment of the Handicapped. Grace Woodhead, Care in the Community in 1890 in the UK. Benafshar Yaqubi, Commissioner at the Afghan Independent Human Rights Commission, AIHRC, until she fled Afghanistan with her husband in 2021. Emmanuel Afasu Yaboa, Ghanaian cyclist with one leg who rode across Ghana to raise awareness and works to increase the number of wheelchairs in his country. Frida Zames, mathematics professor, writer, and advocate for access to all aspects of public life, especially transportation, as an official of Disabled in Action, campaigned for wheelchair access on New York City buses, ferries, and taxis, and buildings like the Empire State Building. With her sister, Zames wrote the book The Disability Rights Movement, From Charity to Confrontation. Maysoon Zayed, Palestinian actress, comedian, and disability rights activist, known as for her TED Talk, I've Got 99 Problems. Palsy is just one. So yeah, bye.